Hey, what is going on, YouTube? Aaron here. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day here. And guys, we've got some news for you guys here in today's video. If you have not seen this teaser trailer already that was dropped today from the World of Warships Legends official YouTube page, well, here it is. We're going to play it again and steal their video. Robin, our Lord and Savior, dropped another teaser trailer here, and he always does a fantastic job with it. As you can see, once again, the Germans are getting bombarded by the Dutch airstrikes. That's right, the Dutch cruisers are coming to the game. We were correct in our video the other day in assuming that a cruiser line is coming. However, it was the wrong cruiser line. We thought it was going to be the Commonwealth, but it is in fact going to be the Dutch cruisers and their airstrike capabilities. Now, as we view the 4 ships coming in presumably early access, I'm not even going to try and pronounce those, just because there's going to be 18 people in the comments who just want to correct me on that. But yeah, we will eventually get a few of those pronunciations there correct. But the Dutch cruisers are here, and yeah, a little side note: I know some people are going to be like, "Oh my God, the planes!" And yes, a few of the airstrikes, if you're camping, just as the D7 Provincian, when that was released, if you're going to camp in one spot, in the back of the map and not support your team, you are going to get abused by these airstrikes. But if you can maneuver in basically any sort of fashion, they are very easy to dodge. They have a long time to target, a long reload, and they don't even do a significant amount of damage if you have... It's relative. If you're going against a cruiser, a lightly armored battleship or a battleship with a large superstructure, yeah, you can get chunked and a few fires will be set. But don't worry, these things will not be that overpowered. But there was the trailer there, and let's go ahead and look at the ships on the wiki here. We had the Celebes, the Endrak, the Haarlem, and I believe this one as well. Again, the names are going to elude me. Like I said, I think we'll probably get the Johan de Witt as our tier 8. I'm not 100% sure on that. So what were the 4 that we were going to get? Let's rewind this again. So yeah, so this one all the way. Celebes, this one. Okay, so this, again, probably early access. This will be 4, 5, 6, and 7, because this is 7 in our game. It could be the 8. I'm, again, not 100% sure, but I believe the Johan de Witt will probably be the tier 8, which, as you guys know, for early access is released. You get up to the 7 and then the 8 in the full access line there in next update. Just another way for Wargaming to milk us for crates and pennies there. But alas, let's go ahead and take a look at the Haarlem here. Is that how you say that? I feel like that's how you say it. But in 1939, the Dutch authorities decided to construct capital ships for their navy following lengthy discussions on what the new ship class should look like. It was determined that the main requirement was high speed. If deemed necessary, the ship needed to have a chance to avoid fighting against stronger opponents. Is this Dutch or French? I'm just kidding. Such as Japanese Congo-class battle cruisers. According to the project, the cruiser displacement was 16,000 tons. She could accelerate up to 33 knots and carry 203mm guns on board. But the armor of such a ship was considered insufficient by the Naval Committee, and the project was never completed. So 203mm guns on a lightly armored target. Looks like we're going to have 40,000 health approximately. 3x3 203mm guns with a 15-second reload there. Similar to the D7 Provincian, if you want to be effective at all, you're probably going to have to be put in a carrier game and use your AA. I think these ships have overall, yeah, good AA suite, aided by the defensive AA consumable. I know the D7P obviously has good AA, but I wanted to make sure, that these also had decent AA. But if you really want to be effective, you're going to have to use a combination of your guns with your airstrikes. If you're only getting airstrikes, you're not getting the follow-up fires. You're probably not going to be effective, and vice versa. If you're getting your guns and you're not getting your follow-up airstrikes, you're probably going to have a bunch of mid games. And truthfully, these ships are not easy to use. So I know that a lot of people are maybe slightly concerned, and some of it is warranted, right? They're adding in a lot of these gimmicks, but a lot of people are going to be... Some people are a little bit concerned about a lot of the gimmicks, and most players in these ships are not going to perform well. Now, we have had some pretty gnarly games, but like I said, you have to get sort of that combination of both guns and airstrikes working in your favor. But you can, that being said, if you can get this ship in the right spot, these ships rather similar to like the Pan-Asian cruisers or kind of like the British light cruisers, they probably explode rather easily. However, again, in a skilled commander's hands, I can imagine this ship is going to be a pretty dangerous threat. So let's go ahead and review her pros and cons, and then we're going to end this video. Durable cruiser, well-armored midsection icebreaker bow, and short repair party cooldown. So it says weak armor scheme in the description, but the pros have it as a good armor scheme. I never trust the pros and cons, but it just gives, it's typically just like a general guideline. It's just like our overview of the ship. It's like guns aplenty. It's like it has 10 guns or 9 guns, just like half the other battleships. But anyway, access to airstrikes with 2 total charges, 60 total bombs dropped, and good range. So that could be a little spicy. Good AA suite, as we said, has hydroacoustic search and defensive AA fire consumables in separate slots. So hopefully in our game we do get access to both of them. Excellent concealment. Can outspot the vast majority of cruisers in her matchmaking bracket. And good shell ballistics. That is helpful, especially given that you don't have any other versatility in terms of radar or just, high DPM. So when a destroyer is spotted, you have a better chance of hitting it. Weak main battery performance due to poor dispersion, limited range, and slow reload. Low main battery DPM. Lacks torpedoes, vulnerable to damage over time effects with battleship duration. Fires and floods. Ooh, that's gross. Top speed and rudder shift are fairly sluggish. And rather long cooldown on airstrikes. So again, the pros are not like super good pros, and the cons are pretty bad. So like we said, I have a feeling that a lot of players are going to want to try these. And you may get airstriked 1 or 2 times, but I don't think the vast majority of the player base is going to overperform in these ships, in my humble opinion. So, but yeah, that is the video here. If you want the link to the wiki for these cruisers, I will go ahead and do that. I'm honestly more excited for like a tier 8 and a legendary tier, but we know that legendary tier is a slow drip bleed of content, with us getting 4 or 5 total ships in a year, with one of those ships being a absolute whale to get or pay to get, overpriced at the end of the year. So if that's how they do the Hindenburg, man, I'm not going to be happy. But it's Legends, it's Wargaming. What do we expect? But anyway, that's the video there. I love you guys. Have a great day, man. Yeah, might see you guys tonight on stream. I'm having to travel for work, so we'll see. But yeah, that's the video. Again, love you guys. Have a great day, man. Tell someone love them. I'm out. Peace.